episode of Easy Talk is sponsored by Spotlight Productions. When it comes to quality, Spotlight Productions strives to deliver excellence. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another phenomenal episode of Easy Talk, real talk for true entrepreneurs. And today, we are talking about legacy building through entrepreneurship. You want to know how to build a legacy for your family, how to create a succession plan for your business? This is the show for you. Today, we have Mr. Mark Macklin and his daughter, Kennedy Macklin. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes, I'm so happy to have you all here. This is my family, you guys, and they have soared to higher heights all throughout the last probably 10, 20 decades or so with their family business, and we want to tell you all more about it. I'm going to let Mark tell you a little bit more about himself, and then I will personally have the pleasure of telling you a little bit more about Kennedy, who is a phenomenal young lady. So, Mark, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I got started with this business back in 2000. First, my kids were small, and I rented these inflatables. And now, little Mark really didn't care a whole lot about them, but Kennedy loved them. I couldn't get rid of them, and they was crying. So when the people came to pick these inflatables up, I started this bounce business. And so I said, well, if these kids loving this stuff this much, I wonder if I can turn this into a business and rent these things myself, So I got going, and I bought three. When I first got going, I bought 3 units back in 2000, 2001. I took off with these things, and from that point on, I said, let me just kind of get this business out into schools, because at the time when I first got into this business, I was undercut my prices, but I was just trying to get myself out there.
Yeah, and, just to get your name.
Right. And everybody was like, man, you charging this price for a water slide? That's way too cheap, So I was charging real low, but once I got out there and customers seen how I was keeping my equipment clean, they said, oh man, we need to call K&M. And so I was training Lil Mark and Kennedy, as they was getting older, I was training them how to operate these things. So I had Kennedy out there rolling them up, stepping on them. And they would love to get on these bouncers, and they would love to get on this dunk tank, get in the dunk tank. But until it was time to get everything put up. So when it was time to do the work, they both would run from me. So I said, oh no, this ain't the way this business go. You work and you play. So they end up, Kenny and Lil Mark end up, they had me putting them out almost every weekend when I wouldn't rent them to a customer. Mm-hmm. But when I started putting them out and had them working, they changed their mind about me putting them things out every week. So, but they was loving them so much, and that's why I thought about it. I said, okay, yeah, I can do this, because these kids love these things. And it was just a hit from there.
Wow.
So that's why I decided to invest in them.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I've been doing this business since 2001. I took off with K&M Bounce and Slide, and then we jumped off, and we ended up getting the food truck, kept everything K&M. It was Kennedy and Mark. I was always thinking about investing in these kids.
K&M stands for Kennedy and Mark.
That's what K&M stands for. Everybody used to ask me, what is K&M? K&M, that's, So K&M is Kennedy and Mark.
So you've been thinking about your children from the beginning,
so
yes. Much so that you named the business after them.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I
took off with that name, and and we just, everything we do is all about K&M. K&M World Best Funnel Case. K&M Bounce and Slide, K&M Photobooth. So everything is K&M. We just kept it as K&M.
Awesome. So let me take the honor of introducing Miss Kennedy Macklin, the phenomenal Kennedy Macklin.
Oh, thank you.
Kennedy is a passionate owner of K&M Photobooth, a thriving business that combines creativity, hard work, and a love for capturing life's most cherished moments. The name K&M, as Mark stated, stands for Kennedy and her brother, Mark, who is not with us today. But they have partnered to create an unforgettable experience through their innovative photo booth services. She started her business at age 16, you guys, age 16, inspired by capturing smiles and happy moments for the community. Now, one thing about Kennedy that I want you guys to know is Kennedy told me that she put herself through college, debt-free through college, with her business. Now that deserves a round of applause.
Thank you.
That deserves a round of applause.
That was
Thank
my
you.
goal.
That was your goal.
That was my goal.
Yes, it's truly a blessing to be able to do that, because student loans are tough. Lots of people take out student loans and have a hard time paying them back. But just getting a financial plan and saying, you know what, I'm going to invest my money into my education, continue my education, and it's been truly a blessing. Like, thank you to my parents and God for that opportunity.
Awesome. So Mark, what made you, were you thinking about a succession plan? Were you thinking about college tuition? What made you get Kennedy started? And did you buy the equipment for her, or how did that happen?
We bought the equipment. That's exactly what was my plan, was to invest in them so they can get themselves ready for college, so they wouldn't have bills after they graduate from college, so they can move forward. Because a lot of times, like Kenny just said, I mean, you know, when kids graduate from college, they trying to find a way to pay these high loans off. And so my goal was to invest in these kids so they can get their college behind them, so they don't have to be out of school worrying about how I'm going to pay for this tuition and this and that. So try to make life a lot easier. And I tried to invest in something that wouldn't take up a lot of their time. I mean, what she does, it don't takes up a lot of time, and I mean, it's decent money for what she do, you know, because she don't have bills, she's at home. So and it was just a blessing to get that going for her, because Kenny got out there. And what made me get this photo booth for Kenny, when I seen Kenny start drawing, I said, man, this girl can really draw. She's an artist. I said, I like this. I said, what if I turn around and get something that she can add this art to her business? And the first thing that came to my mind, I said, let me try a photo booth. And Kenny used to design her frames. And her frame was just unbelievable. When people see her frames, the way she used to design them, it was different from everybody else, the way they was creating their frames. And so when she started designing those frames, and everybody like, man, this is unique, you know. So that's what I thought that would help her business a whole lot too. When I seen that artwork that she was doing, I said, oh yeah, we need to jump into this photo booth.
Wow. Yeah. So you just truly have an entrepreneur spirit in mind, and a phenomenal leader of your family. That is awesome. Yes. That is awesome. And I do hope all the entrepreneurs out here watching the show think about how can they add value to their family as the head of their household to help prepare their children for life financially. I mean, we want to be able to leave a legacy for our kids.
Exactly.
And what a better way to do it than see what they're passionate about. See what your kids love to do, what they're interested in, and turn that into a cash cow, so to speak, for them. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So Kennedy, you started your business at age 16.
Yes, ma'am.
So you were in high school, you had final exams, you had prom, then you had to get yourself prepared for college, all while running your business. What were some of your biggest challenges?
Oh, there were many, so many.
We want to learn
challenges.
From them. We want to learn
so
from
many. I just remember how hard studying for exams, like you said, then having to perform and make everyone's event just memorable. And I remember how difficult it would be to balance all of these things, because I also work at a physical therapist clinic.
Oh wow, so you do physical therapy too?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So it was very challenging for 4 years managing all of these things. And I'm going to brag on myself a little bit.
Look at the red carpet.
Yes,
this is for you. You deserve it.
Yes.
You deserve it.
Yes. So all in all, I made Dean's List every single semester while I was in University of Memphis.
At the U of M?
Yes, ma'am. And I also graduated honors magna cum laude.
Oh, I feel like I have just done nothing. I mean, I'm nobody.
Oh no, you're doing
Kennedy,
great things
this is remarkable.
Yes, ma'am.
Just so you know, every parent wants to have a child like you. I promise you they do.
Yeah, they do. I'm telling you, yeah.
But it was just difficult to manage everything, and there would be some nights like, how am I gonna study for this physics exam? And I have this huge prom at Horn Lake High School. How am I going to just pull everything off? And I would wake up, I would set a plan, get my planner, write out everything I need to do, just stay on task, not getting distracted, and then at the end of the events, I'll study as long as I could, then go the next day, take the test, and ace it.
Wow.
And I was in that moment, I thought to myself, I really can do anything. There's no limits. There's no mountain I can't climb.
No, because you've proven it to yourself over and over again.
Yes,
each time you were able to
exactly.
be successful with your plan. So I got two things out of that, Kennedy. One is having a plan. The Bible says, write the vision, make it plain in the book of Habakkuk. You did that. You wrote the vision, you made it plain, and you followed it. So having your plans and your goals and things that you want to achieve written down on paper, it's power.
It is.
It's power in writing it down.
It is.
The second thing that you said that I thought was so phenomenal was that you said distractions. I'm telling you, distractions will trip you up and knock you off your feet before you can even say the word distraction.
Oh, you are
They
so
come
right.
out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
And before you know it, you've gotten yourself wound up, tangled up, tied up into something that had nothing to do with your goals. How were you able to fight the distractions?
So the things I would do, I would set limits on my phone, or just take my phone and put it in another room. Because I know social media, everyone loves checking social media. In my freshman year, I went down that path of just scrolling through TikTok just wasting time. So I realized this can't last. If I'm gonna be serious about school, serious about my business, I have got to eliminate these distractions.
Wow.
So I would just, lock myself in my room and just get it done. That's all.
Yeah. You have to make that sacrifice, whether it's dating, whether it's eating, whether it's going out. Even if you are an entrepreneur and you're an adult and you have a family, you have to set time aside to say, this is my time to do this thing, and really focus on doing that, eliminating the distractions. So in your career, in your business, you've been in business since 16 and you're 21 now?
22.
22.
Yeah.
So it's been 6 years for you.
6 years, yeah.
In those 6 years, what stands out to you the most? What was your most memorable event?
Oh, I just remember one particular event. There was a lady, and she was kind of checking out the equipment, trying to see how a photo booth works, and she didn't really seem like she wanted to take a picture. And I was like, ma'am, why don't you come and take a picture? You could share it with your family, your friends, your kids. And she was thinking, no, I'm not very photogenic, and I don't think I ever looked beautiful in photos.
Oh, wow.
And I told this woman, I said, you look very beautiful. And this photo will show how beautiful you really are.
Wow.
And you can show it to your family how beautiful you are, your friends how beautiful you are. This will be the photo that you're going to feel the most confident in yourself.
So you convinced her.
Yes, ma'am, I did. So she decided, okay, I'll take the photo, right? So she grabbed some of the props, some of the fun props we have, and she took a couple photos, and she looked at this photo. She hugged me, and she cried.
No.
She cried.
She cried.
Yes, ma'am. And she was telling me, I've never felt so beautiful.
Oh,
and you
wow.
just made me feel like the most beautiful
my
woman.
God.
And that touched my heart.
I know.
That made me believe, wow, my business is doing more than just putting me through college or just having fun moments with people. Like, this is a lasting effect.
You made a difference in her life.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
So that, I always treasure that in my heart. That
is
moment.
enough to keep anybody going and keep you motivated, knowing that you can make a difference. You don't have to be a leader. You don't have to be a pastor. You don't have to be the president of the United States. I believe all of us are here to help and support and love on each other.
I agree.
And God let his light shine on you to help that lady make it another day and have a beautiful life.
Yes.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And I tell people all the time, it's not about your title that makes you a leader. It's not about your age that makes you a leader.
No.
You can lead from any seat that you're in. True. You can make a difference in anybody's life, regardless of what you're doing. It is the energy and the spirit that you have that is supposed to be a magnet to others. And a lot of people walk around upset, they're angry, and it shows. And you can dampen somebody else's day. It takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
It does.
It does. And it's nothing to make a difference or just to make someone smile and feel good about themselves. I truly feel like this business, that's what it does. It makes people happy.
Oh, yeah.
It does. And it's so much fun.
Beautiful, yes, create beautiful moments.
Yes.
So it touched my heart.
Awesome.
It
awesome.
did.
So tell us a little bit more. I read in your bio about some of the equipment that you have, but what would make someone pick one over another one, or would they want all of them? Tell me how you have packages set up for your clients.
So first off, we have a movie star experience. K&M Photobooth is the movie star experience. We will roll out the red carpet. We have cold sparkles that creates a fireworks like illusion. Like for weddings, we have fog machines that the couples can dance, and it looks like they're dancing on a cloud. So we are a movie star experience.
Wow.
And out of the 5 photo booths we have, they're all unique in different ways. One of them, it's a portable photo booth. So you can go to table and table, people can take pictures or like little videos, and it has like colorful lighting. It's a very fun way to create memories just from the seat, because some people may not want to get up and have hard time moving around.
And
so
if it's a big event, then you can capture everybody.
Capture everyone.
At one time, because you've got this, wow, that is awesome.
Yeah, and then we have another photo booth that has lights around it. And it's creating this lighting effect that looks like, and it also has lights in it. That it's just very, it looks very great. Like Infinity photo booth, yes.
Yeah.
Then we have the Sky 360, which people can get on. We have 12 to 14 people that like to
get on one at one time,
and it's overhead, so it's not the typical 360s that are spinning.
Yeah, and those are the ones I've seen where maybe 2 or 3 people can get on depending on the weight. But yours 12.
You can get a huge group. All your family, come on this photo booth. Y'all gonna take a video.
Wow.
Yes.
And what an investment for your business. It helps you differentiate yourself from other companies that's doing the same thing.
And we also have the selfie photo booth, which takes prints and like boomerangs. And
I think that's the one I did when I booked you for my mom's party.
Yes, ma'am.
That was fun.
Yes. So all of them are different in their own ways, and it depends on what the customer will want or how their event is going to be set up. But we like to try to make it fun, and with the add-ons, like I said, like the cold sparkle, the red carpet, we just make it a movie star experience, because we want our clients and our customers to feel like you are a movie star.
You are the star.
You're on the K&M Photo Booth red carpet.
I love that. I'm sitting here, even though it is March, I'm sitting here thinking about my 50th birthday party I want to have in December.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I need all of that. I want the cloud, the sparkles. I want to have to book all of that for my 50th birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
So, Kennedy, being that you are a young adult, new starting your business, how do you learn about the operations? It sounds like you have a great plan, you know how to strategize, you've got the right equipment, but learning to run a business and keeping yourself innovative and updated about the business world. How do you get yourself educated about being in business?
Yes, ma'am. So starting off, my dad handled most of the business aspects.
Okay.
And now that I'm a young adult, I'm getting more into the business aspects. And there's a class I've been taking, Shelby County Technical Resources, and they've helped me understand the business side of things, because it's opened my mind. I've never been introduced to this because I've been focused on the creative part
running
of
the business.
Yes, exactly. And just researching, finding new, how can I be different? What will make someone want to book the photo booth or just
do business with you?
Yes, ma'am, or experience something different at their event they wouldn't experience somewhere else. So just lots of research in the classes helped me understand the business aspects.
Wow, that is really good. That is really good. So shout out to Shelby County government for creating their technical assistance program, and I believe that's led by Mr. Jeremy Sanders. So this program is in Memphis, and it's for any entrepreneur that lives in Shelby County to help them to really understand how to run their business. It helps them get certified and actually do business with the county.
Yes.
They are really focused on helping minority business owners. So I'm glad you were able to get into that class because, again, it teaches you all about how to literally maintain the operations of your business.
Yes, it's a blessing. Everything that I've learned, I'm applying to my business, and it's truly a blessing that I get to learn new information and even learn things from other entrepreneurs, their struggles.
That's a good point, because you're in the classroom with other entrepreneurs, and you all are talking about the business and learning from each other.
Yes, ma'am.
That is really good. That is really good. Yeah. So one more question for you, Kennedy. Tell us about your future. What are you thinking about doing? What's next for you? You did mention that you got your degree in, I'm going to mess it up, physical therapy, is it?
Well, yeah, it's in health science, exercise.
Okay.
So my plan, I of course still want to run the photo booth and even expand that into something greater and bigger. But my degree is, and my passion is also in health and fitness. And I have aspirations of becoming a physical therapist or pursuing my PhD in that area as well. And I'm going back to school, pursuing my master's, and I'm going to be applying to PT school or pursuing the PhD route as well. So that will be kind of like the future scope.
Wow. So is that goal to have your own chiropractic office or to work in a hospital, or would you like to work with a team? I know some physical therapists that go to school to do physical therapy, and their goal is to work for an NBA or NFL team and do physical therapy with the sports teams, the teams of the, I can't even get it out right, the teams.
So originally that was my plan.
Okay.
To work with teams, to work with professional teams. But being an entrepreneur, I saw there's no limit to what you can do as an entrepreneur.
That's true.
So whatever I will do, I want to own my own clinic. I want to own my own clinic because I feel I will be supervising everything, and I kind of like that aspect of being an entrepreneur.
And it seems like you are a true leader anyway, and you've got so much experience already of what to do. So by the time you finish and get your certification and your degrees, you've pretty much learned how to operate and run your own clinic. So I already see it being a success because you have that experience already.
Yes, exactly. So that I definitely would want to, and I know it's going to take time, like everything does, but that will be the main goal.
Wow,
to own my
that is
own
awesome.
clinic.
That is awesome. So if there is a business owner out there that would love to mentor or sponsor Miss Kennedy Macklin in that effort to help teach her kind of some of the ropes along the way as she goes through school to get her degree in physical therapy, I'm sure she would love to hear from you. So what's your email address, or how can we reach you with your business?
So my email address is KANDM Photobooth 45@gmail.com. I know it's a long email address, but that is the email. And my website, www.kandmphotobooth.com.
Awesome. I know, Dad, you are so proud of this young lady.
Oh,
so proud.
Super proud. And that was my goal, to help her when she get further into her education, into her business, to already know how to run a business. You know, that was my goal, to let her get out there, find out, okay, because Kenny already now, I mean, I can say when I first got into this business, Kenny was kind of shy to talk to the customer. I said, no, you can't do that. You got to get on out there in the front and talk.
So you just pushed her on out there.
Daddy started back. I was doing some stuff for a reason. She was like, Daddy, when you coming? I said, you go ahead and talk to them. I'll be in there in a minute. So I was already setting it up. So, you know, when Kennedy got out there and started talking to him, I just got out the way. I mean, you know, wasn't no need of me coming at that time because Kennedy had it from that point on. I mean, you know, everybody loved her now. I mean, she got so many clients out there that I started with that they don't even ask about me no more. They ask for Kennedy. Why is my Kennedy? You know, so That's what the clients do now. So everybody love Kennedy.
That is awesome. And what a great succession plan for you. You know, a lot of entrepreneurs, and I would say I am one of them, and that's something that I'm working on. One of my goals for 2025 is having a succession plan. You know, what if something happened to you with your business? You want to have someone that can pick up and run with it, because you don't want your dream to die or you to go out of business because you got hurt or something happened with you. So having a great succession plan really helps. So it sounds like you picked up your kids and say, let me mentor them and teach them what they need to do. And then you begin to kind of pass things on to them. And trusted that they were going to do the right thing.
and I can say this, they are definitely doing the right thing. It really made both of those kids disciplined. I mean, you know, you look at Lil Mark, you look at Kennedy, I mean, you know, you look at a lot of kids their age, and I sit back and I say, Lord, I'm so proud of these kids because of what they're doing. They're not doing a lot of stuff that a lot of kids their age are doing.
That's right.
They're about making money. They love making money. When they got the first taste of that money, I said, oh, I got them now.
So Mark, tell us a little bit more about the services that you offer. I know Kennedy has all the photo booths, but you talked about carnivals and things that you do with cotton candy and the bouncies. Tell us a little bit more about that.
We do a lot of the like carnival food. We do like your funnel cake burgers. We do wings. We do fish, corn dogs. We do nachos. We do shave ice. We do popcorn. And I mean, you know, whatever pretty much you want in that fair food, we got it. I mean, we can bring it to you, and I mean, it's delightful, I'm telling you. It's delightful.
Is there anything what's your most popular item? What's your best seller?
The funnel cake burger is the top seller out there because people, I mean, you know, when they hear a funnel cake burger, and everybody they think about, they say, how you do a funnel cake burger? So what we put on this funnel cake burger, we put bacon, lettuce, cheese. If they want grilled onions on it, we put grilled onion on it. If they want the powdered sugar, we do the powder. If not, we just, because your funnel cakes is your bun.
Okay.
So that's why people are like, man, I mean, you know, so we have so many people enjoying them big old funnel cake burgers. They love them. They love them.
Wow. So and you also have the bouncies.
We got the bouncers, we got the slides, the dunk tanks, the sports arena. We got obstacle course, the boxing arena. So yeah, we have all of that.
Wow. Who are some of you guys' clients, if you don't mind sharing?
We do a lot of business with the Shelby County schools. We do FedEx. We do a lot of corporate business. We have done Amazon. We did a big deal with Amazon last October. We have took stuff out to FedEx. So we do a lot of big corporation business also.
Wow. Now, since you've been in business and you've been doing this thing for over 2 decades, I know some of the audience wants to know. I know definitely I want to know. All this equipment and things that you have, did you save and plan for it? Did you get a business loan? Did you do a fundraiser? If someone needed to get more equipment or products to get their business off the ground or to enhance their inventory, what would you suggest?
Well, you have to be disciplined. I mean, you don't want a lot of loans out here. So what I did, I bought the first 3. I paid cash for the first 3. And so I took that money and let that money bought the other equipment. So I just took that money, I invested in that other equipment, and that's how I ended up with 28 of those things. Because I mean, when you go out there and get a loan, it just feel like you're not making any money because you got to pay them loans back. Well, there's nothing wrong with it if you can, you know, keep your loan paid off. But what I did, I started out with 3. I bought 3, and from those 3, we went to 28.
Wow. Yeah. So it sounds like what you're saying is you use your business money to make money. Use your business
money to make money.
Yeah.
Man, that's where I teach these kids. You know, you don't go out there and get a lot of loans. I mean, that high interest rate, you don't want all that. You take that business money, let it turn over back into business. You keep doing what you're doing. You let your business pay you, but you don't want to be greedy and just say, okay, you're gonna swallow all this money up, and you're not having anything to put back into your business. So I let my business go out and purchase and buy all the equipment.
And you have to be patient with it.
Oh, you got to be patient.
You got to
be patient. You got to be patient, disciplined. You got to keep and another thing with this equipment, you got to keep your stuff clean. Customers get out here and see these things, they dirty. They don't want to get out there on them. You know, they'll look at them, oh, no, we don't want to rent for these people.
Your brand. Your brand, it matters. For repeat customers, you've got to have good operating equipment. It's got to be clean. You got to be on time. And I can imagine, like you said, dealing with this big equipment. You mentioned earlier that you got to fold it up and
fold it
take it down and put it back up, and
Right.
all those things take time.
You're dealing with that with these 100 degrees outside here in Memphis, and I mean, you know, rolling these heavy things up, it's not easy, but I mean, you know, if you put your mind to it, you can do it.
Yes. Yes.
You can do it.
Exactly.
And it sounds like that's what you instilled in Kennedy, because
yeah.
she said that
Oh,
exact
yes.
thing. I got to get my mind together,
Oh, yeah.
and focus,
Yes.
and take away the distractions.
Oh yeah.
I agree. I truly believe that if you put your mind to it, and if you have the work ethic, you have to be a hard worker. I learned that quickly. You have to be. It has to be in you to work hard, and you can get anything you want in life.
If you're willing to put in the work.
Yes, ma'am.
If you're willing to put in the work, make the sacrifices, and be consistent.
Consistent.
Got to be consistent.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't stay laying down to try to make money out. You got to get up.
If you
gotta
want
get
something
up.
different, you've got to do
gotta
something
do something different.
There's no other way to get it.
There's no other way. It's not given to you.
It's not going to be
It's
given.
not.
Nobody's going to knock on your door and say, hey, here's a business for you. You can start this.
Yeah.
If they do, you may want to say, why aren't you keeping it?
Yeah,
What's going on here? Yeah, what's going on here? Why are you handing this to me?
That's true.
This has been a phenomenal show. Thank you all so much for coming
Yes,
on.
thank you.
Legacy building at its best
yeah.
with Mark Macklin and Kennedy Macklin. I hope
Thank
you guys
you.
learned some things from this show. And remember, think about a succession plan. Think about what it is you can do to really help your business to grow, and use your revenue from your business to generate more money for you for your business, so that you can expand and operate in excellence. Operate in excellence. Thank you guys so much for coming on to the show. Again, stay tuned for our next episode of Easy Talk. That's real talk for true entrepreneurs. Have a great day. This episode of Easy Talk is sponsored by Spotlight Productions. When it comes to quality, Spotlight Productions strives to deliver excellence.